would have been nice to win this one. The Western Conference thing off your back.
Yeah, I know you guys really want to make a story about that. It's unfortunate we can't beat teams in our division because obviously we get 0 points, they get 2, and they get a leg up on us, so it's tough. Tonight wasn't really an effort that deserved 2 points, but at times during the game it was there to be taken, and unfortunately we gave up a lead and couldn't get it back.
Taylor, a little bit of a different team in Nashville than you see in the past. I mean, they can still shut teams down, but they can also turn it up.
Yeah, they got a lot of offense. It seemed like they got the puck from their defensemen to their forwards really fast and played the transition game really well and gave us troubles at times. They have a group of forwards that have some skill, and they made plays on us all night and got some grade A chances that they buried.
Can you hear about that one a little from Ryan?
Look at that. We're in the same conference we're in the Western Conference. We got to find a way to beat the Western teams, and obviously we only play the Eastern teams twice a year, so we can take as many points as we can out of the East, but we got to find a way to beat the Western teams.
Ryan, sorry to jump tonight, but is that a noticeably different Predators team from what you guys have dealt with in the past couple of years?
They play pretty similar to what we're used to. I mean, they're a pretty hard-working team, and they don't make too many mistakes out there. And I think that's the base of their game, and they kind of play off that. But we usually play pretty good against these guys. But I thought tonight, just if we bear down, bury some of our chances, and limit the mistakes, and I think it's a closer game than that.
You mentioned bearing down on the power play, a couple chances there for you guys.
Do you need more, Corey?
For sure. 5-on-4 goals. I think we can definitely improve on that, but the chances were definitely there. We just got to find a way to put it in, and I think over the past 9 games we've done a pretty good job of that. We just got to find a way to do it every night.
On your assist, did you mean to go far pad there to set up Hall in that play there the whole time?
I saw Halsey driving the net pretty hard, so if I didn't have a clear lane over to him, so I thought if I could create a rebound there for him, he'd have a good chance at least to get a second whack at it, and luckily it went right to him.
Sorry to make you repeat this, but this Western Conference.
Still, 0-5. I mean, is it just the style of play? The heaviness of the play maybe in the West?
I don't know. There's no excuses. I mean, every team in this league is a real good team. Maybe we have a little bit more swagger against teams in the East, but in order to win and make the playoffs, we're going to have to bring that over to the West. So we got a couple of days off here to regroup and learn from our mistakes, and hopefully get on track here next game.
Teddy, just how would you sum up? Was it more so the way you guys play it, or was it just Nashville kind of brought it more? I don't know how you'd want to sum it up.
Yeah, well, they're always they come to play really hard. They're really tight defensively. They don't give up a whole lot, so we got to work harder to get our chances. And our execution wasn't really there tonight. So when you get behind the 8 ball against a good team like that, it's tough to come back.
Was it one of those games where maybe bounces weren't going your way for the first time in a couple?
Yeah, maybe, I guess. We got a couple lucky bounces too. They had a goal call back early. We hit a couple of posts, but I think they were evened out both ways, and we just got to focus a little bit harder and work on our execution. I think we'll be okay.
Is this whole Western Conference thing getting frustrating?
Did a pretty good job. feel that was a road game that, with the start and how everything went, and just let goal, you can be happy with winning a road game like that?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Do you feel like that was a good road win for you guys, considering the way that game started with the goal that was disallowed, and you were able to fight through that through the second period?
Yeah, we talked about it before. That's a hot team. They'd won 4 in a row before tonight, so we knew we had to be ready. We came out, obviously didn't get the call early on and stuck with it. Second period probably wasn't our best, but we got a couple goals there, and we were able to get one early in the third and kind of put them out of it.
Transition game was really good today. I guess that been part of your success early on this season?
Yeah, I think using our speed, getting the puck up to our forwards, and our forwards can really skate. They use their wide speed and push their defense back tonight and made some good plays.
Were you looking to do something too on the boards because they like to come out wide and you seem to be forcing them up the middle?
They forecheck hard, and in their end they make a lot of plays to try and get guys cutting across the speed. So we did a good job with our F3, making sure that they couldn't fly the zone and get too many odd man rushes. Did a pretty good job.
Play well. I think our unit was able to create some turnovers and use our speed and get in on plays. Cullen getting back into the lineup, I thought he was outstanding tonight, moving his feet well. I thought he didn't miss a stride. So, I thought we cooked well tonight and we were able to get a win.
What do you think about that first goal that got laid off? Do you think it was a goal?
Yeah, I thought it was a goal. You always think it's a goal, but it was a tough bounce. I think last time we were in this building, we had one taken away from us, and but it only creates havoc for them and some stress on the other side of the bench. I mean, we felt good. We had a good chance right away, and that's what you got to build on.
Did you get an explanation of why it wasn't a goal?
I didn't get one. No, I didn't hear anything, but I don't. It's nothing I can control. They said it wasn't in, so we'll go get one next shift.
Talk about that third goal, the great pass by Matt to just put it on a platter.
Yeah, he's been great. I played with him a lot last year, and it's kind of carried over to tonight. He seems to have a knack for finding my stick when I'm trying to get open. So I really like playing with him, and he's been good on our line so far.
You guys do a great job of turning the puck up the ice off turnovers. Is that the key to your success early on? Is your transition game just being able to get the puck up the ice?
I think anytime you're trying to play fast, you want to move your feet, and I think that's just going to happen. We're coming back hard on odd-man rushes, and if there's a turnover, we're already carrying that speed over. So I thought we did a good job at making smart plays, making good passes to create odd-man rushes.
How satisfying is it to start out this long road trip with a win like you guys had tonight?
It's big. We got a long way to go. It's done now. We got to worry about our next game and create our own energy in a different environment. So this is a tough game. It's tough buildings to play in, but we got to keep it simple and keep it in the room and making sure we're playing well.
It's Craig Smith.
here have to be pretty happy with the performance tonight of your team.
Yeah, I thought we started the game strong and played a real good first period. I really liked the way we came out and played, and able to get a lead and then build on that. And I think the goal to start the third was a good positive for us.
What did you say about Clemson's
His line was terrific. I mean, you think about it, they came right from the start. Their first 3 shifts were outstanding, and they pushed all night long and tried to push the pace and looked to generate. They attacked the game, and that was one message that we were trying to get through to, I think, most everybody, but certainly that line, and even that third line was just to attack the game offensively. So I really liked the way that they tried to push things, and right from the opening face-off by just getting pucks to the net, looking for opportunities in there. So they did a good job of stepping on the gas.
Did you get an explanation on that reason they waved that goal off? Or?
The reasoning I got was that in the referee's view, the goaltender had made a save, and when Craig came in with the second push, he was in the process of blowing the whistle. So I think it was because
Dallas, what in your eyes got away from you a little bit in that game? What was different for you?
Well, the first, our execution wasn't there. I thought it was close, but whether it was a pass that was just a little bit off, or even when we would put it on the guy's tape hard, we were having trouble handling it for some reason. It just wasn't there for. That's not for all of our guys, but for a number of them. And then I thought that settled down. I thought we dodged a bullet in the first. We didn't have a lot of attempts at their net. We passed up some shots, had a couple turnovers. But then after that, I thought our execution came back and we had our looks. I thought we had some great chances. Would have liked to have buried one at certain key points of the game. We didn't get it, and then now you're chasing it. And I thought we hung in there all right. They were able to capitalize on a couple of their chances where we made just a couple of mental errors. On the one coming back, we had good coverage, and instead of just simply lifting the guy's stick, we tried to give it a whack. And on the other goal, we had pretty good coverage too, and we shut down our skating and was watching the pass. And that's a game. It's a game of feet, inches, quick decisions. Not thrilled with our game, but and not terribly upset with it either. It's kind of a real mediocre game, but you're going to play a mediocre game, you're not going to have a lot of success in this league.
Is that a different Nashville team than what you've seen from last year? I mean, you talked about them being aggressive earlier today, but they can slow it down at times and also sort of turn it up. Is that different than last year's team?
Yeah, they're just there's not a lot of flash to the game. They go about their business, real steady play right from the start to the end. I thought Ben played really well in the first when they were applying some pressure with their forwards, and then once we settled in, I thought we had our looks too, but a little bit more aggressive from Nashville than what you've seen in the past.
I know you said this morning that you want to get a win against a Western team just to get rid of the conversation. It's still there. Talk about that.
Well, listen, we're going to have to win games against our conference. It's that's the only way you can make strides forward as an organization. So, well, it could just be a circumstance thing right now. I think to compare this year to last year is not a real intelligent thing to do, because it's different people on our team, different people on their teams. We've got different coaches in place. It's hard to compare. It's early right now, but for sure it's not something we're not totally looking at, and that's our challenge. This is the division, this is the conference that we play in. We've got to find ways to win those games.
I know getting shots on net is something you want the guys to be doing. They blocked 24 shots tonight. Were you Is that just going to happen when you got your guys thinking shoot, or did you feel like the shot selection could have been better? It's a lot of shin pads.
No, I think that's the shooter's decision, and it's got to be a quick one. I think, you know, everybody was applauding us for blocking shots last game. We like block shots, but in the end, you're blocking shots because you don't have the puck, and so there's two sides to it. But I want our guys shooting the puck. You've got to keep going at it and getting better at it and find a way to get it to the net. But good on Nashville for getting in the way.
Any update on Gazdic or Foster?
Both guys have been cleared. We're reassigning Richard Bachman in the morning, and Luke will join him and go on a 2-week conditioning stint.
Can you talk about the challenge that Luke will have once he's finished his conditioning assignment? But you've got a really useful fourth line. You've been playing him a lot. And, I mean, it's not like you got a whole bunch of fights in your games, just Luke's challenge to get in and play the game with the competition for your lineup right now?
Yeah, and that's anybody that, you know, Willie Acton's in that spot right now. Brad Hunt was in the spot too, and when you're an extra guy, that's your challenge, to stay ready for your opportunity. The opportunity will eventually come. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to be off in their game. There's going to be a lineup change somewhere, and that's the challenge of not playing for a long time. Is you get one chance to come in and show your stuff, and you better be ready. To talk about Luke specifically, Luke's biggest challenge right now is going to be he's had no training camp. He hasn't played in probably, I don't know, top of my head, was it 6, maybe 7 months? And now he's going to get thrown right into game action. And the American League is not an easy place to play. The pace is there. It's a little bit more scrambly. The games are clumped together. That'll be his biggest first challenge, is getting up to speed there.
Dallas, the power play, you talked about shooting the puck more. Where do you think your power play is at in terms of, you know, capitalizing on some of those chances?
Well, we've been fine with our power play. We're generating, getting our shot totals up, which we like. Obviously, tonight's a night where you'd like to bury one. But our power play right now is not at the top of the list of concerns for us.